Hey everyone, Joshua here from Cart, and we're back to a new Simpsons review. And if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And it's another good episode. This is another good episode. Today episode starts with this science fair with Principal Skinner and Mrs. Carbuncle going through some conventions and sees Bart with a go-go ray, which, pretty much doing different moves to all the teachers, which, Bart gets first prize, but it was just a dream. And Lisa just rubbing it in. And Lisa showing her science project, which is a giant tomato, which explains of how it could save pretty much the hunger. And Bart giving a dog secret, and Marge telling him to don't do that, which Homer then obviously forgetting that he has to be at or he says that he's going to the power plant, but he's not. So he's at the power plant using this map, going into this room, comes across the spider and stuff, and goes through the window. Barney has a map, which, Homer misses. Lisa tells Bart if he can hold her tomato. Once Principal Skinner comes, tying his shoe, Bart getting the idea to throw the tomato and hits Principal Skinner with it. Pretty much splattered. Lisa gets angry with him. And Homer goes to this Duff bear convention, pretty much seeing some little clips and sees these different types of Duff. Lisa, of course, upset about what Bart did, and Marge tells her to do what about a hamster project, which, yes, she gets the idea. And again, they're still doing the tour. He gets some gummy bears and telling Barney to go. Let's go. And starts punching Barney, telling him that he's gonna drive, which starts setting his head into the door. And they start to leave, but the chief catches him off guard and pretty much telling him to do. He's doing the. He knows his ABC, but they take this testing, and he pretty much gets arrested. And Barney gets off free. The chief gets knocked back, starts rolling, and another explosion. But Marge finds out by the chief that he's arrested, and the lawyer comes, but obviously he's arrested too. He gets sent to court, and pretty much going to Selma, and then Lisa's getting a hamster, which pretty much Homer's having to ride a bicycle and not a car, which he gets picked on, and he says that it doesn't seem like a bad idea because there's a little bell. Lisa's doing again her experiment, and seems to be working pretty much. That's what she thinks. And then the chief says that there's going to be a clip that would be so crazy that they would not be able to. They'll think twice before drinking before driving again. Which the chief plays the wrong clip, and they show this video, which everybody's all freaked out besides Homer. And he goes over to the pastor at the church for pretty much a meeting, which Ned says that he used to drink, but again, he's done, and he thankfully quitted, and the pastor's like that they're gonna fix him that he'll never think about drinking again, which Homer screams and breaks through the glass. He goes home telling Marge that they think he has a problem. Marge goes through these things if he keeps, which yeah, he keeps some beer in the back of the toilet pretty much, and going through these different things like escaping from reality and stuff. Which Marge tells Homer to stop drinking beer for a month. For a month for her, pretty much. So he starts pouring the beer out into the sink and starts singing of when he was 17. He bought some delicious beer and bought it with a fake ID. Which Bart comes into Lisa's room singing the "Is my brother dumber than a hamster?" Which, yeah, he pretty much is on with Lisa. Which, yeah, and then Homer sees this thing which he says he's filling his car with seeing one for you, one for me. And then Marge doesn't think it's a good idea to be doing this experiment on her brother, which they say that Bart is obviously seeing of a hamster flying, which, yeah, they're trying to tell Lisa off, which he wins first prize. So, Homer is obviously watching TV, thinking that it's turned on him too, and watching a baseball game, which he says that he never realizes how baseball was that boring. And yeah, day 15, and he's doing pretty good. And it looks like he's lost some weight too. So he gets kicked out pretty much of the meeting and starts seeing these billboards and trains and blimps, which they end up doing the beer and ends up going to Mo. Which, yeah, pretty much he made it through months. He eventually made it through months and going to get a beer, which he then sees everybody of how they are, which Mo tells him to do it for his sake, which he says to put it into the fridge, and says that he's going to on a bike ride with Marge, and he says that he'll be back and you will too, to Barney, which it ends with Marge and Homer pretty much singing while they're on a bike ride into the sunset. Again, a real great ending to this episode. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you like, subscribe to my channel, respond to notifications, turn on so you miss anything new, and let me know what I think. Catch you on the next one.